I don't know if people are here or not. Let's see. Are people here or not? Let's see. We're waiting. I'm waiting. Oh, yeah. I'm waiting at this point, Leah or Marco to come back online. All right, 4 viewers. Hello, everyone. Sorry about that. I received a message via Instagram. Hey, Mundo, how are you doing? ¿Qué pasó, Mundo? Feo, pelado. Yeah, so I received a message on Instagram. Decided to check it out, and apparently it ends the stream. So sorry about that. So yeah, so I was just walking. I just went like 5 paces, not really that much. So I'm gonna cross the street here. Unfortunately, the trestle or the bridge that I wanted to see is not open yet. So we'll just walk over there, just look at it for a little bit. I'm down to 2 viewers, Chihuahuas. Oh well, I had 4 for a point. That was kind of cool. So anyways, so yeah, so it's a nice area, a very peaceful area of the Fox River here in Appleton. Actually, yesterday when I was at work, I saw some kid who was off a bridge that I just went by earlier. He was, what do you call it? Fishing, but with a magnet fishing. So yeah, so this is the trestle or the trail or the little bridge over the Fox Valley. It's new for jogging. That it's supposed to open sometime this month. Not sure when that's gonna happen, I guess, but I was hoping it would be open today. Just go around the do not pass sign like a true Mexican. Hey, I jaywalk all the time. What can I say? I'm a rebel without a clue. I mean, without a cause. So yeah, so here's the bridge. This Fox Valley is a nice area. And again, over there in the background, that's part of Lawrence University and those buildings too. And this is some sort of sculpture. I am not an art critic. I am not an art person. So I have no idea what it's supposed to represent. It's chains around a cube looking thing. The cube is opening up. Here's the lock. So I think it's supposed to represent mathematics being freed from something. I have no idea. Oh, and Leah didn't come back. Oh, that's a shame. So for you guys, Bin Mundo, or sorry, I should call you Ed Lo Bo 2K. So Ed, I know what it stands for, and Lo. Oh, Edmundo Lopez Bonilla 2000. Got it, Ed Lobo 2K. I got it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to upload. And Lee and I did a Twitch the other day. We were just being dumb, playing games on the computer. I'm entertaining at least 3 people. Well, I am not your monkey. No, that's fine. So this here is the Law Street Bridge, built in 1978. Oh, hey, it was designed by Barrientos and Associates. So it looks like, so Barrientos could be Hispanic, could be Italian, who knows? But yeah, Law Street Bridge. Well, welcome to the, Analia Lopez, your screen is blank. Well, I don't know. Maybe try to, well, Analia, I went off for a little bit, so maybe get out and come back in? Because my screen is not blank. So hello to everyone out of state. I know that Ed Lobo 2000, Ed Lobo 2K. I'm just gonna call you Mundo because that's too much to say for me. You guys are down in Texas where it's hot and humid. Here is a nice 70 degrees. It is humid, but at 70 degrees it's not bad. Oh, dang it, the sun's coming out. I didn't bring my sunglasses. Oh well. So I was saying earlier, I don't know who of you guys heard, that I am gonna go through, well, that Appleton, I heard someone coming from behind, so I'm gonna move to the left. That Appleton has a farmer's market on Saturday mornings and during the summer. So I'm gonna walk to there right now, see if they have a farmer market and kind of show you guys what it has. It's a nice view of the Fox River. Again, looking back where I just came from. Not philosophically speaking, but you know, I'll just walk from there. Analia's back. Hey, Analia, you're back. Good. So see, I have people that view this. It's just for the fun of it. Again, I'm doing this just because I go for walks, so that's my exercise, and also I like to talk, and I like to hear myself talk. Yeah, just for the fun of it. And then sometimes Annalie and I will, some nights we will do, what do you call it, streams to, just for the fun of it. Oh, that was loud. That was loud. Morning. Okay, so as you guys can see, I'm coming up to Lawrence University Bridge here. So Lawrence University is known mostly known for its music department. It has a very good music department. So people from all over the world come to study music. Music. I don't know what to tell you about music. You know, how to play it, the history of music, the mathematics behind it. I don't know. But sometimes they have a concert, so it's nice. Oh, sorry, I was pointing at the wrong place. And, you know, when my kids have concerts through their, private teachers, they'll have them there in at Lawrence University, because they have a lot of concert halls and mini concert halls and classrooms that lend themselves for people to play instruments. So yeah, it's kind of cool. I had 7 views at one point. You mean people walking around thinking I'm weird, or on the stream? So coming up, so for those of you who are from out of town, here's some of the typical houses built in the 50s, 60s, 70s in this area. Nice looking house. So what I'm going to do now, up here coming up, is College Avenue, which is like the main street of Appleton. So I'm going to turn left. If they have a farmer's market, I'll walk through it. Twitch has some weird rules that if people are going to appear in your stream, you have to ask for their permission or something like that. But I think if I just walk through, I don't have to ask for their permission. Oh, 7 people on the stream. Oh, well, that's good. Like I said, right now, all my subscribers, or what you call them, followers, are family members, except for one. Actually, though, this morning I had 4 followers on Twitch, and 3 of them follow me because they at least partially depend on me for their survival, so they kind of had no choice. But some guy from here, from Nina, on my last Saturday's or last Sunday's walk, he logged in and he logged on with me for the entire time. We had a nice conversation, and he subscribed. So here's Lawrence University. There's it's called the chapel right there, that building there, but I don't believe they hold religious services there. I think they did at one point, but I don't think anymore. I think now it's just basically used for concerts. A nice building on the inside. But yeah. Rebel. Am I a rebel or are you a rebel? I don't know what you're saying. So yeah, so you guys can see up front the what do you call it? The farmer's market. So I'll walk through it. I might show some of the stuff on it, but people might yell at me. It's like, if you don't take my picture, so then I'll just walk away. I don't want to get in trouble. I think what I want to do first is kind of go through this park, through this area. I'm going to cross the street and maybe show you a little bit of the houses here. And Mundo, you said that I was entertaining 3 people. Entertaining is a loose term. If I were a betting man, I would say that I'm probably boring some of your children, but that's fine. I'm doing this just for the fun of it. Actually, I'm doing this since I have you guys here because I think it was my number 1 or my number 2 who said, "Oh, you should do this. It'll be funny because you're so lame." They didn't say it like this, but that was the point of that was the gist of it. So I was like, yeah, you know what? Sure. I like talking. I go for walks. If people like it, good. If they don't like it, well, good. So we'll see. So we're coming over to the farmers market. So what happens here is really interesting. This is Wisconsin. It's basically a rural state, other than Milwaukee and Madison. Every other state is not very big. Well, Green Bay is like 300,000 of the Green Bay area, so maybe we'll include Green Bay there too. But basically the rest of the state is pretty rural. So there's a lot of farms around this area. So the Hmong people, and I'll explain to you guys who the Hmong people are in a second. What they tend to do is that they will go to a farmer and say, hey, can we rent a little piece of land, so maybe 20 yards by 40 yards, something like that, from your farmland, and can we do that? And then what happens is that they say sure, so they plant a lot of vegetables, a lot of flowers, and then they come to the farmers markets and sell them. So it's really cool that they do that. So we'll see a lot of local stuff here. Again, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to videotape or not. If I'm told to go away, I'll just go away. I think it'll be fine because they're in a public street and you have no expectation of privacy if you are in public. So it should be fine. But if someone says, I don't want my picture taken, I'll just walk away. I don't want to cause people trouble. You might make for fun videoing, but yeah, that's on me. Quick history thing. Harry Houdini, the magician, was born in Europe, but he lived for some time in Appleton, Wisconsin. So you'll see a lot of things named after Houdini here. And this is it's a history museum, and I think they have a permanent exhibit on Harry Houdini because he was, like I said, he spent some time here in Appleton. So we'll look to I'll be mostly quiet now, and that's not to embarrass Analia in case people recognize me. But if you guys have any questions, just type them and I'll check it out. Vegetables. Organic meat. Vegetables. A Great Harvest Bread Company. They sell very good bread. It's a really good bread company. Wine slushy. Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun. See what I mean with the vegetables? And then the flowers. See, they're all locally grown by these people. These people, didn't mean it that way. Just local stuff, just your average farmers market. That's embarrassing, says Analia. You know what, Analia, next Saturday I'm gonna have a sign that says I'm Analia Lopez's dad. And I'll give your information, a picture of you. Oh, you know what, Mundo? There is a bar in this area that their shtick is that they have a lot of arcades, like, well, you didn't play it, but Pablo and I used to play in the 80s. I'll see if I can find it. Oh, that smells good. I'll see Egyptian food. Oh, it smells really good. More organic stuff. See those flowers? So they grow the flowers and they just sell them. It's really cool. Local brewery, microbrewery. See, Mundo, if you guys come and visit, we'll come in the summertime. Next summer, we'll come to the farmers market and buy some local beers. Oops. I don't know if Mundo's still seen actually, Analia. I think it's just you now. You know what I should do, Analia? I should come back. I should go home and then come back with one of the drones and see if I can film, people overhead, that type of thing. More vegetables. There's a guy who does like a local coffee. Did I already pass him? Because I walked through here before. What's you? What's you, Analia? Uh-oh, they're going after me. Oh, look at that truck full of corn. That looks really cool. That looks amazing. What is this guy selling? Oh, goat milk shop. Actually, the guy I talked to last week, he knows this guy who does goat milk. He said that he knows him, so Baker's dozen. Oh, MIC, I'm not looking if I'm getting stairs or not. I'm just looking side to side. Yeah, so that's what I do next week. And I'm going to have a sign that says, I'm Analia Lopez's dad, and a picture of you. That will be fun. Don't worry, Analia, I'm almost done. Garlic farm. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, you know what, Mundo? I don't know if you're still there or not, but I just passed I think I passed that bar I wanted to show you. Oh, Chihuahua. Okay, we're coming to the end here. I think this stream, Elia, I'm gonna cut up and put it on YouTube just to annoy you. You're still there, yeah, you're still there. Okay, so this is the end of the farmer's market. Okay, Amelia, are you happy now? I'm out of there so people won't stare at me anymore. So this here, Mundo and family, this is called Houdini Plaza. And when people protest in this area, like the Black Lives Matter protest or what have you, this is the place where people do it. This is like the place for the protest. So there's actually I think the actual name is here. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, here we go. Hold on. It says right there, Houdini Plaza. Yeah, it's right there. So this is like the focal sign or site or place here in Appleton. So like I said, when there's protests, like I said, the Black Lives Matter protests that happened recently, this is where they congregate, and then it happened, and then they walked over to the Appleton Police Department, protested some more, and then they kind of, dispersed. They were pretty peaceful here. We're going to what? Yeah, I'm going to upload part of this video, just the part when I'm walking through the farmers market on YouTube, and then I'm going to send it to all your friends with me talking to you about it, so that just to embarrass you. What can I say? I'm a nice daddy. Okay, so I'm going to walk over by the Appleton Police Department in a second, but before that I'm going to show you guys a building that unfortunately is getting demolished. Better run. Walk, Lopez. Again, walking when I'm not supposed to walk, but that's fine, I'll survive. So over here, there's a church, or there used to be a church. It was a Lutheran church. It was a beautiful looking building that unfortunately, because of progress, it's being demolished. It was built in the 1800s. Beautiful, it had a copper top, big cross, brick. It was just beautiful building, but progress is progress. They're going to build a huge apartment complex, I think, or something like, or multi-functioning complex there. So inflation is going to go away. And you don't sound so excited. I wouldn't do that to you. I mean, I would, but I'm too lazy. So for those of you who were here earlier, and I think it was only in Aaliyah, I walked down there. So I was actually down below, and where that car, where it says now renting down there, where that car just took a right, I walked through there, and now I'm just went around, and I'm in the tail part now. Morning. Actually, what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna walk down. There's a new park here in Appleton that they just built they just finished it last year. And it's actually really cool because it used to be just an empty space, nothing really to it. It's called Jones Park. So let's go down there, and then we'll go up by the Appleton Police Department. You know, this is down to one viewer, so I think it's just you now. I think Ed Lobo 2K just went, signed out or got disconnected. I hear people talking, but because I have my headphones on, I can't really place them. Oh, you know, they're up in the bridge. That's where they are. Got it. So I'm going to show you the other side of this building in a second, but you see that light brown tan building up there? That is the Outagamie County Courthouse and jail. So the windows that you see on the top, I don't know if you can see them or not, that's actually the jail part. The upper floors is the jail. So right now you're looking at the jail part of the Outagamie County Courthouse. So this is a new playground that, like I said, it was built I think last summer. It's really nice. And then you see those people doing exercise. Actually, it's a good place to do exercise because people do exercise like they're doing, and then they run up and down the stairs. So it's a good place to do that. And then up there in the background, we see the top of St. Joseph Catholic Church. I've been to Mass there. It's probably the closest church to my house. Not a big fan of, well, I'm gonna keep my comments to myself. Wait, what's new? Oh, you mean the park? Yeah, it's from last year. So they finished it last year. This used to be just an empty space. So last year they built this area here so that people can come to the PAC through the Paper Radisson Park Hotel, and then they can come down here. So that's why they did that. Oh, you know what? I didn't go by the ugly sculpture of the face. Maybe I'll do that next week. I'm gonna go for a walk tomorrow morning too. I don't know if I'm gonna stream it or not. Because I have to do it earlier in the morning because of church. Did I bump this? I think I did. Okay. Do you know how long I've been walking around? Actually, you should tell me. How long have I been walking? Oh, for an hour. Oh, I didn't mean this to be that long. Whoopsies. All right, so right now I'm heading west, just south of College Avenue, coming up to I'm going to go under the fairly new pedestrian overpass. I don't know how would you call that. That connects this area with the Paper Radisson Hotel and then downtown area. To the right here, St. Joseph's Catholic Church. So, I guess I'll say this for the benefit of those of you who might see this in the future or watch it now, but this is only one viewer, but whatever. Since 7:47, okay. So in the United States, Catholic communities were very ethnically, I'm sorry, in the Midwest, apparently in the East too, Catholic parishes were ethnically concentrated. So you will have a Catholic church that's German, or for the Germans, and then you'll have a Catholic church that's for the Polish or the Italians, whatever. So, for example, when I was married, I got married at St. Michael's Catholic Church in Milwaukee, which was a German church when it was first built. But then, like a block and a half away, was another Catholic church that it was mostly for Polish immigrants. So this St. Joseph's, I think it was built mostly for German immigrants, because about 2 blocks away from here is another Catholic church that is, I think, was not for mostly German immigrants. So this one that I just went by is St. Joseph's. Here I'm going behind the Appleton Police Department, and I'm walking towards the Outagamie County complex. The part on the right, so that building that says Outagamie County, that was an addition that was just built, I think, 3 years ago. And then the actual Outagamie Courthouse, which is that tan building, that one was built, I think, in the 70s, maybe 80s, I'm not sure. So we'll go around it. The Appleton Police Department has a nice memorial on the front of it, but I'm going to skip it today because I need to be heading back to my house pretty soon. So back there, you can see, in the background there, you can see the tower of St. Mary's Church. So there's St. Mary's. So St. Mary's is right there, and St. Joseph is right there. So there's like what, literally 2 blocks from each other. So you have 2 Catholic churches. So yeah, there was a point when Appleton had such a big Catholic population that you needed, and also they were ethnically separated. So you did that. So you had 2 Catholic churches close to each other. And both churches at one point had schools. St. Joseph's Catholic Church's school closed many years ago. I mean, way before we moved here in 2000. And St. Mary's still open, but only elementary. And so there's actually, well, hold on. So here's the front of the Outagamie County Courthouse. I come here sometimes, and the nice thing is that my job is actually now, like a 10-minute walk from here. And that's the old courthouse that was built, I think, in the 40s or 30s, something like that. Anyways, I'm gonna go by St. Mary's Church in a second here. And the cool thing about St. Mary's Church here, and Leah, you should have learned this, or will learn this in history, and if Lobo 2K is still online, Marco might have learned this already in high school. So back in the 50s and 60s in Wisconsin, or not in Wisconsin, in the United States, we had a U.S. senator from Wisconsin named Joseph McCarthy, and he persecuted a lot of people on that time who were suspected of being communists. It's known as McCarthyism. Not necessarily a good time in our history, as far as I understand it. But Joseph McCarthy, the senator, was from Appleton. And then, of course, after the whole McCarthy Senate hearings happened and his reputation kind of went downhill, he, became an alcoholic and died fairly young. I think his 50s, maybe 60s. And so his funeral was, took place in this church, St. Mary's Church here in Appleton. And apparently he was good friends with Bobby Kennedy. And Bobby Kennedy came to his funeral, and what I read somewhere was that he was late, so he had to sit in the choir loft because he was too late, so he couldn't sit in the front. And I think it's funny because when we used to come to this church sometimes, and of course we were late, and we would sit in the choir loft when the kiddos were younger. So maybe we sat at the same place that Bobby Kennedy sat. Yeah, I learned this. Oh, good. So you learn about McCarthy. Well, Joseph McCarthy is from here. Okay, so see, St. Mary's Church was built in 1874. And here's the St. Mary's Church School. And I'll cross the street and I'll turn around so you guys can see the church from the front. I'm not going to go inside because it might be disrespectful. Probably is disrespectful. Okay. It looks like it's really raining up north. So yeah, so this is St. Mary's Church. It's a nice church, a nice interior. Unfortunately, the previous priest that was here, the parish priest that we had before, the one who's there now, he had been here for many years. And one winter evening, he had gone into the church to pray on his own, and then, you know, his house is right behind the church. We just went by. I don't know if you guys saw it. So he went and prayed, and then he came out, and as he was going to his house, he slipped and fell. He was in his probably late 60s, early 70s, and bumped his head on the ground and passed out. Because he was in the middle of winter time, they think that he slipped on ice. That's what they think happened. But because he was, because he passed out, he was exposed. So he unfortunately passed away of exposure. You know, and yeah, so that was kind of traumatic for, you know, that was definitely traumatic for the people of that parish when it happened. That happened maybe 6-7 years ago, something like that. Okay, so now I'm just walking through a residential part of Appleton. I think I'm gonna stop recording here pretty soon. For one thing, I don't know how much battery I have left. How much battery? Oh no, I have plenty of battery, but I think I'm gonna stop the stream. I think it's gone on long enough. I don't want to stream for a whole hour and change because I'm just walking and talking to myself. I shouldn't say that. I'm talking to Leah and to whoever else is there enjoying this. Or if not enjoying, at least putting up with me. So I think I'm going to cut it here in the corner of Memorial and 8th. I hope everybody has a great day. And I'll see you and Leah later today. And the rest of you have a great Saturday afternoon. Take care, everybody, and thank you for tuning in. Now I have to learn how to stop doing this. You know, before I say stuff like this, I need to figure out how to stop it. Well, let's cross the street first. All right, so I'm still leaving. I just don't know how to do it. More messages below. Wait, oh no. I don't know how to stop the stream. Oh, here you go. There's a big button that says end. Okay, y'all have a great day, guys. Bye.